All right, absolutely. What you can see on your screens at this point of time are visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Bikaner, Rajasthan. Remember, these are visuals that are coming in from the Shri Karni Mata Temple. Of course, a big development there taking place. This is the Prime Minister's first visit to Rajasthan following India's very, very critical Operation Sindoor. And of course, you can see the Prime Minister over there taking blessings at this point of time. These are live visuals that are coming in at this point of time from Bikaner, Rajasthan. From, of course, the Shri Karni Mata Temple. Of course, you can see Arjun Ram Meghwal right behind him. And again, the temple is decked up at this point of time. Lots and lots of florals over there everywhere, of course, greeting the Prime Minister. And again, those big developments and those big, beautiful visuals there flashing on your screens, where, of course, the Prime Minister has now landed in Bikaner, Rajasthan. A big, big development following Operation Sindoor, his first visit to Rajasthan. And, of course, these visuals that are coming in from the Shri Karni Mata Temple. He will be also making a visit to the Null Air Base, of course, located in Bikaner as well. And, of course, he will be meeting the air warriors very shortly. But before that, of course, taking blessings right over there at the Shri Karni Mata Temple. He has, of course, arrived. He's there with Pandits as well as, of course, Arjun Ram Meghwal, who is there to escort him at the temple. But again, those live visuals coming in from the temple that's located in Bikaner of Rajasthan. Remember, these are live visuals that are coming in. And the Prime Minister's first visit to Rajasthan following India's very crucial Operation Sindoor. He will be meeting air warriors at the Null Air Base and, of course, meeting with the air warriors following his visit to the Adampur Air Base in Punjab, where he did interact with Air Force personnel. And, of course, that did, in fact, foil Pakistan's false claims that its missiles had severely damaged the air bases and its S-400 and air defense as well. So, again, those big, beautiful visuals flashing on your screens of the Prime Minister at the Shri Karni Temple in Rajasthan. My reporter is going to be joining us very shortly to give us an understanding on the PM's itinerary for the day. Of course, he's just landed, and there are multiple things on the agenda, including a slew of developmental projects that are going to be inaugurated and unveiled by the Prime Minister. But before that, he's, of course, arrived in Rajasthan. He seeked the blessings at the Shri Karni Mata Temple, and he will, of course, be visiting the Null Air Base as well. Of course, apart from that, many crucial developments taking place as far as infrastructure is concerned. 26,000 crore worth infrastructural development projects will be unveiled today as well. So again, those crucial details coming in from the Prime Minister's visit to Rajasthan. Remember, it has been exactly 1 month since the Pahalgam terror attack took place that claimed the lives of 26 innocent tourists. Right after 1 month passing, the Prime Minister is now he will be going to the Null Air Base. He will be meeting the air warriors, who, of course, played a very pivotal role in securing India and its security. My colleague Manohar is with us on the broadcast. He's joining us live from Bikaner in Rajasthan. Manohar, if you can hear me and give us an understanding on the Prime Minister's big itinerary for the day. All right, we are facing some technical issues over there, but of course the visuals there coming in at this point of time. Our reporter Manohar Kesri will be joining us very shortly to give us an understanding on the Prime Minister's agenda for the day and, of course, the significance of going to this temple as well.
So these, of course, the live visuals coming in from the Karni Mata Temple in Bikaner. The Prime Minister has begun his visit to Rajasthan. He is, of course, accompanied by the Governor of Rajasthan there. He is also accompanied by the Chief Minister of Rajasthan and Union Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal. Prime Minister Modi, of course, will be at the Nal Air Base very, very shortly as well. He will. It's a forward base of the Indian Air Force, of course, on the border. This is the first time the Prime Minister is visiting, of course, Rajasthan after Operation Sindoor. Remember, he'd also visited another air base in Punjab just after, of course, his address to the nation on the conclusion, the successful conclusion, might add, of Operation Sindoor. Also, of course, we saw. We are learning that Prime Minister Modi will be inaugurating various development projects as well. A lot of these pertain to the railways, but other infrastructure projects also expected to be thrown out to the public from today. My colleague Manor Kesri has in fact sent us this ground report from Bikaner.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ऑपरेशन सिंदूर की सफलता के बाद पहली बार बड़ी जनसभा को संबोधित करने वाले हैं और हम इसी जनसभा में बीकानेर में मौजूद हैं और बीकानेर में पूर्व सैनिक भी इस जनसभा में शामिल हो रहे हैं और ये सैनिक कर्नल रैंक के अधिकारी, डीआईजी रैंक के अधिकारी रहे हैं। हम इनसे सीधे बात करते हैं। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं, जिस तरह से ऑपरेशन सिंदूर की सफलता हुई है, क्या कहना चाहिए?
मैं कर्नल देवी सिंह राठौड़, ये बहुत ही गौरव की बात है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी आज बीकानेर पधार रहे हैं और भारत ने जो करारा जवाब दिया है, जो आतंकवादियों के ठिकाने को नेस्तनाबूद किया है, जो पाकिस्तान के जो एयरबेस है उनको धराशायी किया है और जो हमारे ऊपर हमला हो रहा था ड्रोन से और उससे हमारे एयर डिफेंस सिस्टम ने उसको ही धराशायी कर दिया। तो एक बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है और एक संसार को जो है एक संदेश है कि भारत अपने बलबूते पे अब बहुत कुछ कर सकता है।
जब पाकिस्तान की ओर से हमले हो रहे थे तो यहाँ का क्या मंजर था बीकानेर?
बीकानेर में बहुत ही उत्साह था और सबको पता था कि पहले भी 65 और 71 की वॉर में पाकिस्तान बम जो है वो गिरा के मरुस्थल में चले गए और कोई भी बम नहीं फूटा और बीकानेर वालों की आस्था रही है कि जो माँ करनी माता है देशनोक में, उनका व्रत हस्त है बीकानेर के ऊपर और बीकानेर को कभी भी कोई क्षति नहीं पहुंच सकती, कभी भी कोई नुकसान नहीं हो सकता। और याद रहे, बीकानेर का जो दुर्ग है, किला है जूनागढ़, वो प्लेन पे है, कहीं पहाड़ी पे या कहीं कुछ नहीं है और आज तक वो किला जो वो है अजय है।
बिल्कुल अजय है और इस बार भी हम लोग अजय रहे हैं और लोगों से बात करेंगे। राठौर जी, आप आ जाइए। जिस तरह से ऑपरेशन सिंदूर सफलतापूर्वक जो है सो हमने किया और उसके बाद आज पहलगाम आतंकी हमले के 1 महीने पूरे हो रहे हैं, प्रधानमंत्री यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं, आप लोग भी इसमें शामिल हुए हैं, क्या कहेंगे?
बिल्कुल, देखिए ये धरती जो है शूरवीरों की धरती है और राजस्थान पूरे वर्ल्ड में जानते हैं कि यहाँ पे शूरवीर रहे हैं। हज़ारों साल से हमारा हिस्ट्री रहा है और बड़े बड़े योद्धा यहाँ से निकले, महाराणा प्रताप जैसे योद्धा निकले और यहाँ की धरती से मैक्सिमम लोगों ने फोर्सेस के अंदर देश के लिए प्राण निछावर किए हैं। एवरेज वाइज निकालोगे तो परसेंटेज वाइज जो जनसंख्या कम है, लेकिन सबसे ज़्यादा फोर्सेस में हमारे राजस्थान धरती से लोग सेनाओं में है। हर एक टाइम जब भी कोई हमारा शहीद होता है बॉर्डर पर, उसमें 1 या 2 हमारा राजस्थान का होता है और प्राइम मिनिस्टर यहाँ से मैसेज कन्वे करने आए हैं पूरे देश को और पाकिस्तान को कि भाई पाकिस्तान आप अलर्ट हो जाए, ये देश पूरा एक साथ है, 140 करोड़ एक साथ है, अगर आपने दोबारा ऐसी हरकत करी तो पाकिस्तान का नामो निशान मिटा देंगे। ये मैसेज कन्वे करने आए हैं मोदी जी यहाँ शूरवीरों की धरती से।
क्योंकि शूरवीरों की धरती के साथ साथ यहाँ पर नाल एयरबेस है, पाकिस्तान के निशाने पे था, लेकिन उसकी एक भी नहीं चली, उसके नापाक इरादे बेनकाब हो गए।
बिल्कुल आपने सही बोला, नाल एयरपोर्ट तो बाद में है, सबसे पहले बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स फेंसिंग पे बैठी है, बिल्कुल 0 लाइन पे। जैसे ही उनका ड्रोन ऊपर से गया, बीएसएफ ने वहाँ पे उसको ठोका। उसके बाद में जो बच गए, जब नाल की तरफ आए, उधर नाल पे हमारा रडार सिस्टम इतना इफेक्टिव था, हमारे जो लोकल मेड वेपन्स के थ्रू उनको नस्तनाबूद किया और उनका एक भी ड्रोन सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुआ और पाकिस्तान उसको क्रेडिट ले रहा है। और मैंने सुना है कि जनरल साहब जो उनके मुल्ला मुनीर थे, उनको फील्ड मार्शल का रैंक दिया गया है। अरे भाई, फील्ड मार्शल ऐसे ही थोड़ी मिलता है, जेब से निकाल के रैंक दे दिया। हम तो कहते हैं फील्ड मार्शल, जो फेल हो गया उसको आपने फील्ड मार्शल फील्ड मार्शल हो गया उसको आप फील्ड मार्शल दे रहे हैं। हमें ये तो मजाक हो गई, पूरी दुनिया उसके ऊपर हंस रहा है उस कमांडर पे कि जो मार्शल मिलिट्री रूल लगा के रखता है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर को बोलता है, चाबी लगाता है कि मुझे तुम जो है फील्ड मार्शल बना दो। प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने बोला भाई बन जा फील्ड मार्शल, वैसे तो तुम फील्ड मार्शल हो, अंदर अंदर तो सबको पता है, पाकिस्तानी उसको पता है। तो एनीवे वी आर प्राउड ऑफ आवर फोर्सेस, वी आर प्राउड ऑफ बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स। हम लोगों ने जो जवाब दिया पाकिस्तान को, पाकिस्तान दोबारा ऐसी हरकत करेगा ये कन्वे कर दिया गया। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर अभी ऑन है, अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ है। ये ऑपरेशन सिंदूर ऑन रहेगा 25 साल तक। जब तक तुम ऐसी हरकत करोगे ऑपरेशन सिंदूर तुमको मारेगा, ये मेरा कहना है।
बिल्कुल, राठौर साहब जो डीआईजी रहे हैं, इनका ये कहना है कि अभी ऑपरेशन सिंदूर ऑन है और जब तक आप आतंकी हमला करते रहेंगे आपको इसी तरह से मिट्टी में मिला दिया जाएगा, वो भी घर में घुस करके मारेंगे। मनोहर केसरी, इंडिया न्यूज़, बीकानेर, राजस्थान।
Asavri Joshi, in fact, is joining us for more details on this story. Asavri, we are getting now these visuals coming in from Bikaner. The Prime Minister has reached now the Null Air Base there. A much anticipated visit that the Prime Minister is paying to one of the forward air bases there of the Air Force in Bikaner, Rajasthan, very close to the border, Asavri.
Right, absolutely. Uday, you know, we are tracking all these live visuals that are coming in. Of course, these are visuals that we are tracking from the Deshnuk railway station, where, of course, there is an exhibition, rather, you know, of course, information and details about our Jawans have been put out, those who have sacrificed their lives for the nation. And of course, there's a beautiful display over there that takes us through the history of India and what our Jawans have done for us. So again, these visuals are coming in from the Deshnuk railway station. Remember, there is a lot that is going to take place through the course of the day. Of course, it has been 1 month, exactly 1 month since the Pahalgam terror attack took place. The Prime Minister did, of course, visit the Shri Karni Mata Temple. And after that, these visuals are coming in from the Deshnuk railway station. What's interesting, of course, Uday, is the fact that there are a slew of developmental projects that will be inaugurated, including, of course, the unveiling of the 103 Amrit railway station. That's, of course, a big item on the cards. And again, now more live visuals there coming in at this point of time, where, of course, the Prime Minister is waving at the people. There is, of course, right, absolutely, there right in front of us, the unveiling has taken place. These are live visuals that we are tracking. Lots and lots of people there on the ground, and we can, of course, see Union Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal over there with the Prime Minister. Of course, he's now unveiled the Amrit railway stations, and of course, you can see children also right over there. There's a lot of excitement on the ground, as you can see. And of course, those are the developments that we are closely tracking for you. Again, it's very significant what's happening right now. Really encouraging for the nation. The Prime Minister there in Rajasthan, with, of course, the Chief Minister, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav is also over there. And, of course, the people of the nation also standing over there as this big unveiling takes place. So they're back to you.
Absolutely, Asavri, and of course, the Prime Minister was earlier at the Karni Mata Temple. He's currently at the air base. There's also, of course, another public meeting that the Prime Minister will be addressing shortly as well, at which time he will, of course, be unveiling various further infrastructure projects. But now another very important development happening, Asavri. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has flagged off the Bikaner-Mumbai Express there. And he's also going to be inaugurating several Amrit Bharat stations, Asavri.
Right, absolutely. Now, Uday, of course, there are big developments that are taking place as we speak. Of course, the inauguration of the redeveloped Deshnuk railway station being one of them, flagging off of the Bikaner-Mumbai Express train, of course, something that you were just talking about. That's, of course, also happened. And again, 103 Amrit Bharat stations. That's a big development that's taking place as far as India's infrastructure is concerned. A complete revamp of the railway stations as well. So again, those big developments are taking place, and there are lots and lots of items that are on the agenda as we speak. So again, we will be closely tracking all those developments. But for now, of course, these visuals coming in from Deshnuk railway station, where a slew of developmental projects have been inaugurated. The Deshnuk railway station, of course, has now been revamped as well. And of course, the 103 Amrit Bharat stations, that was the big item that we were talking about. Right now, of course, those visuals coming in of the PM interacting with young students who are there on the ground who've witnessed this unveiling, and again he's interacting with those students. So again, those big developments taking place as we speak. Uday, back to you.
Yes, absolutely. A slew of development projects, of course, that today are being unveiled by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Of course, had paid his respects there, prayed at the Karni Mata Temple before, of course, going to the Nal Air Base. Now at the Bikaner station as well, Asavri. And of course, these are the latest visuals coming in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi always, takes out time to also interact with children. And that's something that he's doing currently, Asavri. Some of them have made paintings, it seems, for the PM.
Indeed, Uday, of course, the Prime Minister, wherever he goes and whenever he goes, there is an interaction. Even last time when he had gone to unveil the Vande Bharat, we remember very clearly that he was sitting with the children inside the train, and of course there were many interactions that took place, and yet again we see another example over here of the Prime Minister speaking to young children on the ground. Of course, very encouraging for them also to see their Prime Minister coming in, speaking to them. It does, of course, have an impact on a child's life. And again, just ensuring that their pictures and drawings have been put up on a pin board might seem, like a small gesture, but for those students who are there, that's a great encouragement for them.
Absolutely. Well, of course, now if we talk about these, railway projects, of course, take us through how important these are for the infrastructure, for boosting connectivity, for also giving tourism a further boost. They have been called Amrit Bharat stations, Asavri, isn't that correct? Asavri, can you hear me? Okay, I think we've lost that connection with her, but these are, of course, the latest visuals coming in from the railway station there in Bikaner. Prime Minister Modi unveiling the renovated railway station in Bikaner, also flagging off the Bikaner-Mumbai Express. You can see there various, photographs and paintings that students and children have brought over there to the station. Some of them are also their depiction of Operation Sindoor. Remember, this is one of the first visits that Prime Minister Modi is making after Operation Sindoor to a border state. He'd of course gone earlier to Adampur Air Base in Punjab. Now he's at the Bikaner railway station. He'll also be at the Nal Air Base in Bikaner. Also will be addressing a public meeting there. So a lot of things on Prime Minister's itinerary today. He would of course prayed earlier at the Karni Mata Mandir as well, at the very famous temple of Bikaner, Rajasthan. You can see the Union Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav is with him, also Chief Minister Bhajanlal Sharma and the Governor of Rajasthan as well, along with Union Minister, who is also incidentally the Bikaner MP, Arjun Ram Meghwal. Manohar Kesri is joining us for more on this story. Manohar, Prime Minister Modi is at the railway station there in Bikaner. Take us to the slew of rail projects that are being inaugurated by PM today.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी सबसे पहले करनी माता मंदिर में यहाँ दर्शन करने के बाद रेलवे के जो प्रोजेक्ट था उसका उन्होंने शिलान्यास और उद्घाटन किया है। आप जैसा देख रहे हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री ने मुंबई चलाई है इसमें रेलवे स्टेशन है जहाँ पर वो अभी थे वहाँ पर उन्होंने 103 रेलवे स्टेशन का जो प्रोजेक्ट है जिसे रीडेवलप किया गया है जहाँ पर लोकल संस्कृति है जहाँ पर वहाँ से वहाँ के पास मॉडल से बनाया गया प्रधानमंत्री सालाना की बड़ी जनसभा को संबोधित करने वाले हैं। यहाँ पर लाखों की संख्या में लोग आए हुए हैं। 2.5 लाख की व्यवस्था है। तो आप यहाँ पर गर्मी जो है तो 45 से 46 डिग्री है और ऐसे में यहाँ पर महिलाओं को बच्चे देखने को मिल रहा है, क्योंकि इस हिसाब से ऑपरेशन सिंदूर को अंजाम दिया गया। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर सफल रहा, पाकिस्तान को सबक सिखाया गया। तो ऐसे में प्रधानमंत्री पहली बार ऑपरेशन सिंदूर की सफलता और पहलगाम आतंकी हमले की पहले से 30 बार जो है जनसभा को संबोधित करेंगे और यहाँ से पाकिस्तान को एक खास संदेश देने वाले हैं।
Okay, and of course, as far as Manohar now, the rest of Prime Minister's plans, you are currently at that site of the public meeting. You're saying, of course, that a lot of, service personnel are also there. A lot of retired military officers are also at that meeting. Okay, I think we can't hear Manohar there. It seems there's some network issues with him. But Asabri, let me quickly draw you in here. Asabri, Prime Minister Modi will also be visiting the Nal Air Base shortly. Is there an interaction with the Jawans that's slated for the visit?
Uday, of course, we have information coming in at this point of time of the Prime Minister visiting the Nal Air Base. Basis what happened last time when he went to Adhampur Air Base in Punjab. He did interact with the air warriors over there. After that, of course, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh had also made visits, and over there as well, he did interact with the air warriors as well. So again, what's expected right now is, of course, the Prime Minister addressing at the Nal Air Base and also then holding an interaction with our Air Force personnel as well. That's, of course, something that we are tracking closely, and that's the information that we have so far.
All right. And of course, if we talk about infrastructure projects, what else is on the agenda of the Prime Minister? I think almost 26,000 crores worth of infrastructure projects set to be unveiled today.
Absolutely correct, Uday. But of course, let's just talk about the Amrit stations as well, because there's a lot that's happening as far as that's concerned. Of course, the Prime Minister has inaugurated 103 redeveloped Amrit stations across India. Many of them, of course, have been unveiled via video conferencing as well. The redeveloped stations are spread across 86 districts in 18 states and union territories. And of course, it has been at a culminative cost of rupees 1,100 crores is, of course, the big number that we have with us. Among them, 5 railway stations are in Karnataka, which includes the Munirbad, the Bagalkot, in fact, Gokak Road and Dharwad in Karnataka. So that's, of course, there as far as the Amrit Bharat station scheme is concerned. The major updates and upgrades that have happened over there. And these stations now will feature an upgraded passenger amenities, accessibility to the Divyajgan, as well as modern infrastructure and improved aesthetics as well. Again, very, very important details there we have with us. And of course, they have blended contemporary design with local cultural elements as well. Just talking about Amrit Bharat station schemes itself, it's of course transforming more than 1,300 railway stations across the country, and of course it follows a phased, redeveloped model, tailoring upgrades to each station specific to their requirements. So of course care and consideration they're being taken to look at the infrastructure at these of course 1,300 of course stations that we are talking about, looking at it piece by piece, and of course making the adjustments and upgrades as per their requirements. So again, that's of course something that we are tracking. There is now going to be there are going to be more lifts, escalators, free Wi-Fi that's going to be there at these railway stations, and of course more exit points, waiting halls, toilets, platforms and roofings as well. So a 360-degree spin as far as redevelopment of the railway stations are concerned.
Absolutely. And clearly, of course, this is going to give a big push for connectivity. This is going to give a big push for furthering, of course, infrastructure. This is going to give a big boost for tourism as well. With swankier stations. Also, of course, this is going to help the economy as well further. And Sabri, now we talk about, of course, the Bikaner Mumbai Express. This is again another new train that has been added. We've seen various new trains, of course, which have been added across the country, from Vande Bharats to many other trains. Of course, a slew of them every year are inaugurated, Sabri. Sabri, can you hear me? Okay, I think we've lost our connection, but of course, these are the latest inputs we are tracking for you. Prime Minister Modi flagging off the Bikaner Mumbai Express there. Okay, we're getting more news coming in this hour.